Welcome to Cooked with Shaq. Hey, we're back. Welcome back. It's Cooked with Shaq. Harrison.
Hello.
On the guitar. I'm Shaq, and let me ask you something, Harris.
Okay.
Do you like pork?
Of course.
The oven's ready to go. Did you hear that?
I heard the beep.
See?
Yeah.
Now that
See,
means
that was a timer. I'm like, my answer had to be up pretty quick here.
that means that pork is just about ready to go in the oven. And I'll tell you what, if you like pork, and do you like pork fat?
Yes, I do.
Don't hesitate.
Well,
because
I just don't want to be judged. I mean,
no, pork.
I like pork fat.
Pork fat. Pork
I don't want
fat.
anybody to judge.
It's golden. It's gold.
It is
gold. You can fry
Absolutely.
in it. Now, the reason why I ask you that is because we're doing like the king of pork. Now, there's all kinds of great pork cuts. There's the pork chops. There's the pork roast. There's all the different pork cuts from the pig. This one is very familiar to everybody because this is the cut that they make bacon out of. It is
yes.
pork belly is what this is. So this is basically a chunk of pork that they would cure. And they cure and they put it in like a marinade type of thing for like 2 weeks. And they cure it and then they smoke it and they slice it up. Hence, you got your bacon. So that's what this is made of. Obviously, pork belly is from the belly of the pig. It is very fatty, but I'll tell you what, it is so good.
So this is like one big piece of bacon.
This is a huge, that's exactly what it is. It's a huge piece of wannabe bacon.
Okay.
It's not quite, it's the main ingredient for bacon, but it's not baconized.
Baconized.
You know what I mean?
What are you going to do to it?
I am going to red wine slow roast this pork belly. Now it is, this is a great recipe. This is awesome. Now it takes about 3 hours, so you know we'll have to.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, we'll have to fill some time. But
all right.
How much time we got? Yeah.
Well, I get paid by the hour. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Perfect. You get paid. Good.
What? No.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Okay. So this is what we do first. Now, a lot of times when people braise something, they'll miss an opportunity for flavor. And what I mean by that is when you're cooking vegetables for stew, or you're going to cut up carrots and celery and all that, and you're going to put it in a stew, or you're going to put it in something, soup or whatever, always do a quick saute on it. Get a little caramelization. Get some flavor happening with some, like a fat, like a butter or whatever. Yeah. And that's the same thing with meat. If you're doing a stew, even if you're using beef, any kind of meat, if you're going to do any kind of a stew, always cook the meat first. It doesn't have to be all the way through because you're going to slow roast it, right? Maybe put it in the crock pot. But always give it a good saute so that you get a nice caramelization of the fat on it because it gives it that extra flavor instead of just cutting up raw meat and throw it in the pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see what I mean? You got to
put a little love into it.
You gotta love it. You got to love it a little bit. So
that's
what we're going to do with this. Now, we're going to put this in this is a Dutch oven, a cast iron Dutch oven. Now, if you don't have one, that's fine. You can use a roaster. But what we have to remember when you're braising is if you have, say, a roaster for a turkey or something, and you're going to use that, they've got the big lids on them. You don't want a whole lot of air in between, so it won't tenderize as well. So what you want to do is keep the top of the surface of the liquid that you're going to have in there as little as possible to the top of, like, if you're going to put a tin foil or a lid on it. So that's why there's a flat lid. We're going to fill this thing up probably about 2/3 of the way, and then we're going to put that on. It's going to be nice and tight, stays nice and tight on there. No peeky when it goes in either. And you put it in for 3 hours at 300 degrees. Low and slow, okay? And that's what you want to make sure that your bacon is nice and this will literally melt in your mouth.
Wow, I cannot wait for this one.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the ingredients. This is for the braise. So we're gonna have half a liter of your favorite wine. What do I say about wine? No cooking wine, remember?
Yes.
The wine that you will drink is the wine that you will cook with.
I'm sorry, it's been a while since we've been together.
You haven't been keeping up on your terminology. You have not been keeping up.
I didn't study.
There will be a test at the end of the show. All right, so wine that you will drink is the wine that you cook with. Cooking
Okay.
wine will be good in salad dressings or whatever, but this is what you want. So this we're going to use a nice. This is a Cabernet Merlot blend.
Is that a $200 bottle there?
This is about $6.
Oh, okay.
I got
That's what
this
you
one.
drink
Yeah,
on a regular basis? Okay. All right.
No, well,
What you
okay,
drink.
that's what. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging, man.
To tell you the truth, hot take, I'm not a big wine drinker.
I know you're not.
But I love cooking with it, okay? Obviously not my wine choices. I'm
Yes.
surprised the bottle just doesn't say wine on it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to use, this is a Cabernet Merlot blend, whatever that is. Okay.
Sounds fancy. Okay.
We're going to have this is a chicken stock. This is a half a liter of chicken stock. We're going to use some Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
We've got ketchup, which is obviously always a great base for anything that you're making if you're doing any kind of a sauce, because it's got all the stuff in it already. We're going to use some chili powder, and of course, a whole lot of garlic.
Yeah,
Now,
baby.
we're going to get to the pork belly right now. So what we're going to do, let's season it up a little bit with a little salt, a little pepper.
All right.
We're going to do that. Actually, what I'm going to do is that Dutch oven is a little small, so it may not be able to fit it in that way. So we're going to, and this is actually a thing that you can see now, where it'll look like bacon. So I'm going to cut this actually in half. Okay, now see, this is what it looks like. See?
Oh, yeah.
Bacon.
It's bacon.
It's wannabe bacon.
Absolutely bacon.
Bacon
yes.
that is not quite bacon yet.
Right.
It's a week and a half from bacon.
Okay.
Are we there? Okay. So now we're going to put this in directly in. Get it right into the
Okay.
into the pan. Again, we want to just caramelize it. See, when I said pork fat, I told Harrison, be ready for pork fat. There it is, right there. There's pork fat.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to season the top of this. And I put a little bit of salt in there, salt and pepper. All right, so this is going to be browning up. We're going to come back when it's all browned up, and we're going to get to the braise. I have a little issue, though. Got a problem. And we're going to fix that problem on Cook with Shaq when you come back.
Sponsored by Sask Pork. Saskatchewan's pork producers are committed to sustainable production of safe, healthy pork for you and your family. For recipes and more, visit saskpork.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Found a new instrument. Right? Little tong action. I get two of them. I can really go.
There you
for it.
go.
Little calypso. Yeah, right. Okay, we're back. Cooked with Shaq. Thanks for joining us. And Harrison on the guitar, and the pork is in a pan. This is pork belly. We're doing red wine slow roasted pork belly. So what we've done is we've taken this pork belly and we're giving it, like I said, you don't want to miss a flavor opportunity. So you want to give it a little brown. See how nice and brown it is? It's not cooked through by any stretch of the imagination. Look at that, hey? Nice.
Oh, man.
So now we're going to put that in the Dutch oven. And we're going to, let's get it in there nice. See, now it's all going to fit. And whatever you do, do not throw this away.
No.
This is gold, liquid gold. We're talking about the pork fat. So look at this. We're just going to, let's watch the sizzle.
Oh, man. That
Isn't
the
that
best
just
sound in the world.
the sweetest sound you'll ever hear is that right there.
That was beautiful, man.
Okay, so now the pork is in the Dutch oven for the slow roasting. We got the oven at 300. Now we're going to work on the braise. Here's the problem.
Uh-oh.
I got all the ingredients together, and I went for one more ingredient.
Uh-huh. And
It's empty.
it's empty.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right. We can.
What I'm
we
talking
can do
about,
something.
though, is brown sugar.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say cheese.
No, I got lots of cheese, but there's no
Okay.
cheese. No cheese in this. Well, you can have cheese if you want on it. That's later. That's the.
Okay, that's a whole other discussion how we're not
that's a
having
whole new
cheese in this
show.
recipe.
That's a
but
whole
anyway.
new show.
Okay, all
Okay.
right. But brown sugar.
Brown sugar, because that is a crucial ingredient.
man.
We don't have any brown sugar. I'm thinking, Should I just send Harrison to the store?
Well, I guess I got 3 hours.
So, no, I'm not going to send him to the store. What am I going to do? Well, I got to think about it. What is brown sugar? Brown sugar is basically white sugar with molasses in it. That's it.
Okay.
Brown sugar, white sugar, and molasses. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Because molasses is just a byproduct of sugar.
Okay.
And you use it for gingerbread. It's got a little bit of a bittersweet, it's bittersweet. That's exactly what it is. It's got a bitter taste of it if you take too much of it, but if you have just the right amount, it's a nice sweet, adds a little bit more robustness to your sugar. Adds flavor to your sugar. Sugar is tasteless, it's all sweet.
You're full of knowledge today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Okay, so let's everybody come on over to this side.
Everybody.
So we're gonna make our own brown sugar today.
Oh boy.
So this is what you have.
You make some cookies too?
Well, we could do that. That's another show.
Okay.
Food processor. Now you can do it with just a spoon, but it takes forever. You know what molasses? It's very thick, very slow when you're trying to get it out of there and clean it off spoons and everything else. So what we're going to do is use the food processor. Now what we have is a cup of, this is just regular old white table sugar with the regular old, the blade in there, just the food processor blade. Get all the sugar in there. Now what I'd like to do first is just give it a quick whiz around, because you want to just kind of chop it up a little bit, because you want to get all the molasses. No, well, you think it's going to blow up?
I don't know what's going to happen.
You think it's going to blow up? Okay, well.
Well, I just go off past experiences. You know, I don't know what you're going to do.
It's not going to blow up. I'm going to put this in just to be on the safe side.
Thank you.
Though, now that you've got me worried.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to give it a couple of pulses, right? Okay, so here we go. All right, that's all you need. You just want to just kind of get it loosened up a little bit and get any clumps out of there. And we didn't have any issues.
No.
See? Look at that.
Look at that.
Now, the ratio is a tablespoon of molasses for every cup of sugar to make brown sugar.
That's it? Oh.
I'm going to eyeball.
Because that's what we do.
I usually do. I don't measure anything because, for one thing, I don't want to clean the spoon. You know how hard it is to take molasses on a spoon? Yikes. Now, if I can open it, we'd really be laughing. Okay, we got it.
This is going to be slow as molasses.
This is what we want to do. We want to keep it on low right now and let it go, and then drizzle 2 tablespoons of molasses into the sugar. So here we go. Okay, you got me worried again.
Well, I just...
All right, here we go. Look at the smoke coming out of there. We're going to put in, we're going to drizzle in what I think to be about 2 tablespoons of molasses. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And there we go. And you just let that go. Now what you want to do, maybe, is stop it for a second and maybe just bring down the sugar a little bit off the sides. And we are going to drizzle in a little bit more molasses. That was about 1.5 tablespoons. Let's get this going again at low temperature or low speed. And there's our other tablespoon. There's a technique to this. There you see, you gotta wait for it to go bloop back up again, or else you got a mess. There we go, let that go. Now we're gonna just bring down the sides again.
Whole episode on brown sugar.
How to make brown sugar.
Look at this.
Bring down the sides again. One more go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for coming out to the magic show. We have now brown sugar. Look at that.
Wow.
See? It's even kind of sticky like brown sugar is too, obviously, because you have molasses in there, right? So, that's it. We've got ourselves some brown sugar. We don't have to worry about you going to the store.
I would still be in traffic and,
Exactly.
you know,
See?
like...
We would have
Man.
been wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
So now, I'm just going to take this out, and then I can refill my brown sugar bowl.
Look at that.
And there it is. Brown sugar.
Perfect.
Thank you. Cook the Shack. We're done. See
All
you
right,
later.
yeah.
Are we done? Are we finished?
We can wrap this up
Okay.
now. Pretty much.
Okay. All right. Now that we got the brown sugar done, you know what? We're going to take a break because
Why
I'm
not?
just going to get a few things together here.
Yeah.
The brown sugar's finished. We got the pork in the pan. We are good to go with the braise right after this.
About the end.
Sponsored by Sask Pork. Saskatchewan's pork producers are committed to sustainable production of safe, healthy pork for you and your family. For recipes and more, visit saskpork.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Welcome back, Cooked with Shaq. I'm Shaq. He's Harrison. We are doing wine braised, slow roasted pork belly today. Pork belly, of course, the part of the pig that they use to make bacon. You can use it for all kinds of different things. Very fatty, mind you. So, you know, if you're not a big fatty person, you can cut it off if you really want to. But I'll tell you, when it's slow roasted like this, it melts in your mouth. It's awesome. Okay. So we're gonna get to the braise now. We've got the pork. It has already been caramelized, fried up and caramelized in the frying pan. We're gonna get that ready. It's in the Dutch oven. We've made our homemade, I'm pretty proud of this.
Yeah, you should be proud.
I'm pretty proud of this. We didn't have any brown sugar, which is needed in this recipe. So I made my own out of molasses and sugar. That's all it
That's
is.
so cool. I like it.
All right, so let's start off with that. We're gonna go with about a half a cup of brown sugar. Let's say a third of a cup.
Yeah.
That's about right, something like that. Now, we want about 3 tablespoons, which is, this is just eyeballing again, about 3 tablespoons of chili powder. So you want to have a bit of a zippity-doo in there. As much garlic as you possibly can fit in. Wow.
Throw it in, all of it.
I think this is 4 cloves, crushed cloves. So I will
Nice.
go 3 to 4 crushed cloves
Okay.
of garlic. Easy for me to say. Ketchup. That is a flavor base that, you know, a lot of people go, oh, you use ketchup all the time. Isn't that cheating? I'm not making my own ketchup. I'm sorry. It's a lot easier. Work smarter, not harder. I go to the store, grab some ketchup because it's got all the tomato paste in there, everything you need for a flavor base. So you might as well use it. So
It's got some sugar in that too, just
a little bit, yeah,
eh?
a little bit of sugar. You betcha.
Yeah.
And so that goes in. That's about, I'd say about a half a cup of ketchup. Now we're gonna go with the chicken stock. You can get it at the box chicken stock. You can make your own. I make my own. This is what this is. So you got a half a liter of that. That goes all in. Okay. We are going to add a little bit of
Worcestershire. Something like that.
that. We're going to put that in, a few dollops of that if you want. If you want to put some hot sauce in this too, if you want to taste it, make it taste a little bit smoked,
Oh yeah.
just a couple of drops of liquid smoke, that would
Ooh,
work
that would
too.
be good in there. You usually do that. You know,
Yeah,
usually put a
sometimes I
couple
do that.
drops in,
Sometimes I'll put a couple of drops in there. Not this time.
Not this-
We'll
okay.
do that another time.
All right.
All right, so now you go with the, not sure what this, whatever wine this is.
It's so fancy, I can't even pronounce the name. I have no idea.
The $6 wine. You can spend more on it if you'd like. You know what? Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
If you want to, I mean, this is not your cooking wine, which is you should be using for salads. Don't use it for cooking. Cooking wine is not good. The stuff you buy in the grocery store.
Right.
But if you buy any kind of a wine in a liquor store, it doesn't matter if it's $6 or if it's $25. But do you really want to use the $25 wine? Oh, Mister. Mister, I get paid to do this.
Well, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, we're going to take our Merlot Cabernet blend,
Okay.
half a liter of your favorite red wine in the braise.
That's going to be good.
Lots and lots and lots and lots of pepper.
Well, you got enough batteries for that then?
I don't know.
You got
I just
lots?
changed them. I just changed the
changed out
batteries.
the batteries, okay.
So we are good to go.
All right.
We don't need a whole lot of salt in here because we've got a lot of salt in the different things like the Worcestershire sauce, the chicken stock, and the ketchup. But we're going to add just a smidge anyway. Mix that up.
Mix her up.
Give her a mixing. Give her some mixing songs.
Let's get moving.
Yeah.
A little like slow with molasses here today.
Slow as molasses. Well, that's what we were kind of doing that. And we are done. All mixed up, ready to go. So now this goes right in over top of the pork belly.
Ooh, yeah.
Look at that. Right over top of the pork belly. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of pork belly showing at the top. Doesn't matter because it's going to get all cooked because of the heat that is going to be generated in there. So, tight lid. Remember that. Tight lid. If you're using a roasting pan for like you do for turkeys, don't use the dome. Put a little bit of the tin foil across it. A couple of layers of tin foil. Keep it nice and tight. It's got to be tight. No peeking. And then
peeking. Jeez.
you put it into the oven. 300 degrees for 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours. So,
Wow, you really got to plan this out.
so now that it's in there, we got 3 hours to kill.
You got Monopoly.
We're gonna
or
go for a
something?
nap. Come back and serve up some pork belly on Cooked with Shaq.
Sponsored by Sask Pork. Saskatchewan's pork producers are committed to sustainable production of safe, healthy pork for you and your family. For recipes and more, visit saskpork.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
All right, we are back. We are back, Cooked with Shaq, and we're about to reveal the pork belly. This is wine braised pork belly. So what we did is we made a braise, and we put it in the oven for 3 hours, and just let it go. Don't peek at all. Just let it go. It'll do its thing, and when it's done, it'll come out, and I'll tell you what, it melts in your mouth. Literally melts in your mouth. So this is the finished product right here.
All right.
Here comes the reveal. This is pork belly in wine braise.
Here we go. Here we go.
Look at that. Look
Wow.
that.
Man.
Now, it has obviously shrunk a little bit because a lot of the fat has been rendered
Just a little.
out.
Yeah, but
But,
that looks very tender.
you know what? I don't think I can even get this thing out of the pan
I don't know.
without it busting into pieces. That's how tender this is. Look at, okay.
Wow.
I'm just going to bring this up like this.
It was worth having a 3-hour nap.
Oh, yes. And then we can
Look
have a
at
3-hour
that.
nap after, too.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you haven't even got the good side yet. I'm going to swing this.
jeez.
I'm going to swing it around.
I
Look
don't
at
think
it.
you should be swinging any kind of meat around.
Well,
but,
I'm
you
going
know.
to swim. I'm
Do you
just
need
letting
help?
it drip. No, I'm just letting it drip off a little bit.
Okay.
And then, I'm going to swing it around.
Okay.
Look.
Oh, jeez. Look at that.
Isn't that crazy good looking?
Man, you know, every time it's amazing. I don't even know what to say right
And
now.
it looks
I
like
don't even know what to
bacon.
say.
It looks like bacon.
yeah.
It almost looks like it's candied bacon. Okay,
wow.
so now I'm going to attempt to try to cut this, but I don't think I'm going to have any success. I think we're just going to smoosh it and get it onto the plate, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. So, now here we go. So let's hold it like this, and it just, there's one piece. There's another piece. Look at that. Look at that. And look at this. Look at the juice coming out.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy good? Okay. What I like to do, though, is I like to serve it on a bed of rice.
Oh,
So
yeah, rice
here it is
good.
right, yeah.
Wait,
What?
you missed a step.
are you talking about?
Well, you're explaining how to make this and that. You spent 8 minutes on making brown sugar.
Yeah.
How'd you make the rice?
Come on.
You got it. How'd you
You should know that making rice is in episode 24 at the 15-minute, 30-second mark. You should know this, Harrison.
Oh, right.
We've done it. We've done it.
That was the rice
Episode.
The five different rices you could make or something.
All right. Okay. Well, all right. So
Anyway,
now
go to that episode 24.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just put that right on top, just like that. We're going to put both pieces on.
Oh, wow.
See, notice I've got the rice to meat ratio.
You do. I was going to say.
Because you don't want a whole lot of rice, because you want the star of the show is that. Now, here's another quick tip. You're going to get a lot of fat on top of the juice. What I would suggest is that you drain the fat out, drain the juice out rather with the fat, put it in a container and then put it in the fridge. Then what happens is the fat goes to the top, solidifies, and then you can smear it off, but don't throw it away. Use it to do some kind of like what are you going to fry. But we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to go right in.
Yeah. I don't have time to put anything in the fridge.
No. We're going to go right in,
here.
and we're going to drizzle.
Lots of drizzle. Wow.
Well, I drizzled it right off the plate.
Yeah.
I'm going to drizzle a little bit more. Look at that.
I hope my doctor's not watching this episode.
All right, get out your cholesterol pills and your baby aspirin, and you are good to go. It's a mess. I've made it a mess. Let me just hang on a second.
That's okay.
Hang on one little second. Let me just. It's so tender. It's shrinking. It's falling off the mountain of rice. There it is. There is your slow braised, wine braised pork belly, and it is good to go. Thank you very much for joining us on Cook with Shaq. You're going to enjoy this, probably the best thing you've ever eaten. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
The music you've been hearing on this episode of Cook with Shaq is courtesy of Nutana.
Sponsored by Sask Pork. Saskatchewan's pork producers are committed to sustainable production of safe, healthy pork for you and your family. For recipes and more, visit saskpork.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.